Hi everyone, it's Tammy at Creative Girl Vintage and a very warm welcome to my craft room. I know I haven't uploaded a video in a while. I've kind of been on my own little version of a spring break. There's been a lot of gardening going on around here, and that has inspired today's project. And also at the end of this video, I wanted to share a tour of our vegetable garden with you. It's June down the Jersey Shore, so we're just getting started, but I can almost taste those future tomatoes for sure. So let me show you how I made this cute garden bunny in an Altered Altoids tin with a weathered picket fence.
And I'm burned by the morning light.
You can grab an Altoids tin on your way out of the supermarket, or I've got these blank ones here. I like these. I linked these below for you, as well as everything else that I'm going to be using today for this project in the description box below the video. So let's go with this one today. And there's little hinges on the sides of these boxes, and I just do a little bend here, and the lid will pop right off. And then you can just push these back down. And keep your lids, because this is just another little shadow box type of thing here that you can do a project. So now, you know, the Altoid tins have been around forever. And you guys know you can paint them. You can cover them in scrapbook paper. You know, there's just so many things you can do to alter them. I thought the fabric was just kind of an easy way to make this look cute. And I'm going to eyeball this because I'm going to rip a piece here the size of this side, and we will wrap it around the sides. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now you can kind of do what you want here with your glues. I'm going to start this out by using my hot glue, simply because I know it worked well for me in the last project. And also, when I'm filming, it just makes things easier when, you know, we've got an instant bond here, and we don't have to wait for glue to dry. You know, we don't like that. Watching paint dry, letting glue dry. Okay. Continue this all around. Easy, nice little cover up for the sides. Finish that off. Okay. All right. Now for the inside, you know, we're going to eyeball it again. Oh, look at that. It almost, oh, I'm happy with that. I think that's like a perfect fit, and we're going for it. Just do a snip. Strings. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna, just got a little bit of this tacky, I think we'll use that. You could probably use anything here because you're just wanting to tack your fabric down. Smear it around. And there we go. You know, it's just kind of torn fabric and just has a cute look about it. On the original here, I also cut a piece and I glued it on the back just for my back to be finished off. So I don't need to do that for this one, but just to give you guys an idea. And then, let's see. This one for a hanger, I actually took my awl and I punched through the metal with the awl and the hammer, and you know, I did it, but it wasn't like the easiest. And then I added some wire to it. I think it turned out really cute. We're going to do this one a little bit different today, so you don't need any of your power tools. So this is another piece of scrap fabric, and I just cut it thin, and I thought this would be cute for a hanger. And when you're putting a hanger on something like this, like a shadow box, keep it towards the back, and you will be glad you did, because when you hang it up, it'll hang more flush to whatever you're hanging it up on, instead of kind of being awkward. You'll see what I mean. If you've ever done it, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, that was an easy hanger. Snip. We can do a decoration here. A couple buttons. This kind of finishes that off, and it looks like the hanger was sewed on. Okay. Cut that off right there. That little extra. All right, and then you got some scrap trims. This one here, I loved. It reminded me of the little white garden fence, metal garden fence that my mom had when I was a kid. So that's like appropriate for our bunny garden box. All right. And just go all around, whatever trim you had. I had this daisy trim too, which I thought would just be darling on here. You know, you can add several different ones. Okay, and we'll finish it off up here. There we go. Okay, so that was pretty simple to decorate the Altoids tin, right? Okay, so that's ready to go. Let's get out all of our images and papers we're going to use, and let's fill up our tin. I'm going to be using my Hello Spring bunny bundle for this. I know a lot of you have this. This has a lot of bunnies in it, so there's always extra to do a lot of projects. And I'm using the smaller bunny today that's in this bundle. And also, this is included the Gardening Feeds My Soul and the Potting Shed and the Rose. I'm going to be using those for this project today as well. Okay, so I went ahead and cut everything out. Of course, you can use whatever you want in your box. You know, you might have something really cute that you want to put in there. And you can grab your ink too, if you want to just age your pieces up a little bit. Okay. All right. So we are going to add, and I'm going to do this first, the Gardening Feeds My Soul. And once again, you can really just use anything that you want here to add the words to the back of the box. Your little words. I have my tweezers sitting here to pick these up, but so far so good. Okay, good. All right. See that? There we go. And our bunny, I have him sitting away from the background. So anything you got here, I'm using this, it's a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch wooden block. I'm going to put this on the back of him. Okay. Just something to be like a spacer in between him and the background. Anything you got, you can use sticky dots, you can use a stack of buttons. I even had on my table, it was a piece of broken glue stick. I mean, that would go right under there and hold him right up. Just whatever you have for a spacer. Okay, so I'm going to add him right in here, like so. Okay, and he has a very beautiful pink rose that he just picked from the garden. And we're going to put that right there. Okay, now I've got a lot of flowers to add in here, but we're actually going to tuck them in last because we are going to make the weathered picket fence. When I had the camera turned off, I actually took my own advice, and I had everything out anyway, but I added that cute daisy trim around the sides, and I just finished off with that scrap fabric on the back, okay? So now we are going to weather our picket fence, and what I'm using for this are these skinny craft sticks here. You can find these at any craft store. I linked them for you, and also I was at the supermarket, and in the coffee section, these are coffee stirrers as well. So there was a big package of them, I think, for, a few dollars. So I started out, I painted one in, this is a dark gray, okay? And then I came back in, and we're going to go kind of for this look here. And I just took, this is Waverly plaster. Of course, anything that's white works here. And I just sort of, I didn't have a lot of paint on my brush, and I just kind of dry brushed this white paint on. And you only need to do one side too. So you're getting the look, the paint just weathering off of your fence. All right. Let me get these out of the way here. Okay, yeah, these two are dry. All right. So cut kind of decide here for your fence. I'm thinking that's a good size there. So I'm just going to pop that off. And I'm going to use the other side that was rounded. Pop that off. Also, if these are a little irregular and not the same size, I think that makes it look cute too. So you can make one a little bit bigger for your end posts. But just whatever you want. Just hold it up and see if you like it. Okay, so here's our fence. Oh, and now the fun part. This is a 20 gauge wire. Let's just cut us off a nice piece here so we have enough. I don't know, maybe 12, 14 inches, something like that. And we'll grab our first piece. This is going to be our end post. And let's wrap it. All right. Let's put another piece. Space it out, about like that. And wrap it. Bring in our next piece. Let's see where we're at. Okay, and wrap, and then that'll kind of finish it off like right there. And like I said, this does not have to be perfect. Actually, the more imperfect it is, the better it looks. All right, and cut that off. And then we're going to do the same thing again for the lower part of the fence. All right. Just kind of bringing this around, hooking it together. The bottom one is a little trickier. You can go around. Once you mess with it a little bit, you'll kind of get the hang of it. But there you go, okay? Let's cut that off. And now let's lay our little fence right here. I think some of this can come off right here. Just make your adjustments. All right. Look at how cute that is. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm just going to run a bead of it along the bottom. And I'm going to set this fence right down in it. Okay. And just give it kind of a second to hold. Oh, those glue strings today. Okay. Those are severe. All right. Okay, so you can see how cute this is coming along. All right. And it's on there good too. Now, I've got a bunch of little flowers here. I think These are from Hobby Lobby, and these are just some dried flowers I had. Let's see, where's a scissor? Here we go. Let me cut off this in the trash. All right, so I cut off that big stem, and I'm just going to take my hot glue, and I'm going to just push this kind of down in there like so. Now, I debated whether putting my flowers in first and then laying the fence on, or doing it this way. And you know what? I can't remember how I did my first one, but I think I just kind of go, I think I put them in first, and then you can go back in, and if you want something kind of sticking out a little bit out of your fence posts, you know, you can just, let's get that a little push in there. You can just poke things in so they're popping out of your fence like so. Right, these little Hobby Lobby flowers here. Let's see what we got. Daisies. Oh my, that glue. Okay. And really just whatever you want to do here on the sides. I don't know, what is this? This might be too much, but we'll see what we got here. No, that's cute. Push that down in there. I'll add a little glue later. Maybe another daisy. So sweet, isn't it? Okay, daisy. And we will finish it off with the potting shed sign. The other sign that comes with this is, it's just like this one. It says, "Welcome to my garden." There you go, you guys. Isn't that cute? Here's the first one I did. These are just absolutely darling, aren't they? I hope you enjoyed this easy, breezy project inspired by the garden. And speaking of gardens, I promised you a tour of our vegetable garden. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And here's the garden.